Hi, and welcome to our look at Creative Folkestone. We'll be focusing on some of the public works of art, including the recent additions as part of the Triennial 2021. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. So if you didn't know, Folkestone is in the southeast corner of the UK in the county of Kent. Easy to get to by rail, road, or even across the Channel Tunnel. In today's journey we'll pick up the route from the East Cliffs, heading around the town, along the coastline and back towards the harbour, picking up something like 25 works of art, and then a must-see, a stroll up and down the old High Street. So without further ado, let's take a look at Creative Folkestone. With all pieces I'll pull up the title and the name of the artist. Siren is set up high on the white cliffs that are a feature of this part of the coastline. The next piece is the Janus Fortress, made out of chalk and designed to erode slowly over time. Unfortunately, some local vandals have helped it on its way. I will add a link in the description below to Creative Folkestone's website so you can pick up more details of what's available. The next piece is the Folkestone Mermaid, which is a bronze statue overlooking the sunny sands beach. Now the observant among you may realise it's not actually a mermaid, it's a life cast of a local resident and represents the town and its people. And remember, this is Folkestone's sandy beach, and you'll find it at the end of the harbour. And here we have Steve. Nope, I'm not kidding. Sometimes art confuses me. All I know is I like the look of it, and it's a nice place to sit and enjoy the views over the harbour. And Folkestone has a pretty little working harbour, and in the background you can see the Great Bursting Hotel that looks a little bit like a cruise liner. I think that divides opinions. And to the right is the wonderful Rock Salt restaurant, but don't worry, Folkestone caters for all budgets. And it's not far till you reach the Folkestone light bulb at the foot of the old High Street, which we'll discover a little later in the video. But we're heading along Tontine Street towards the Quarter House, but you do need to keep your eyes peeled so you don't miss anything. And at the Quarter House you can pick up leaflets on Creative Folkestone. And from here we're going to head through Players Park, which has some interesting little features. And this will take us up towards the upper end of the old High Street. Okay, I'll give you a sneak peek, but you've got to wait to the end for the proper view. Now we're going to head around to the Bale area on our right hand side. If you want to know more about Folkestone, then why not check out our earlier video. I'll pop a link up in the corner about now. And here we have Baby Things by Tracey Emin. You can find it on the railings around the Bale Pond, where you'll also find the conclusion to the St Eanswythes Waterway Trail. We love the Bale. It's a really quiet, out of the way area of Folkestone, and somewhere where you can seek refreshment, where Charles Dickens once drank. We've used this route to reach the top of the Road of Remembrance and the Step Short Memorial to remember those soldiers of the Commonwealth who left from Folkestone to fight in the Great War. A little further along the promenade you'll find the Folkestones that represent the 19,240 British soldiers who died on the first day of the Battle of the Somme. A little further along we come across the Lees Cliff Hall. Here we're going to take a detour to find I Am Argonaut, which represents the artist's disabilities caused by a disease of the blood, standing in front of a statue for William Harvey, the 16th century Folkestone-born physician who completely described the circulation of blood through a mammal in 1628. And this is Janice's favourite piece. In fact, one of the plots in the Triennial 2021 is dedicated to William Harvey and his work studying blood. And the next piece is of an African theme, representing street vendors' kiosks. For more information on this piece and all the others in the collection, I've popped the link in the description so you can download the guidebooks. And now we head back to the cliff top and take in the views from the Leas Cliff Hall. It's clear to see that Folkestone has plans for the future, but it also has reminders of its past. Now this piece intrigued me, a decimal clock featuring just 10 hours, based on the decimal French Revolutionary calendar of 1793. And now we take the walk along the zigzag path towards the lower Leas. At times it's hard to believe you're actually still in Britain. On the circulation of blood is a performance piece that, to be honest, is best seen after dark, when the lights simulate blood flowing. Regardless of whether you come to Folkestone to explore its creative side, it still has plenty to attract you. And now Folkestone's other beach, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is one full of pebbles. And for the Triennial 2021, the beach huts have been repainted in these beautiful different shades. Let me take you on a journey so you can see. Now I will shut up in a minute, I promise, but this is my favourite piece, a beach hut in the style of Nicholas Hawksmoor. I guess it's my love of architecture. And this path leads all the way to Sandgate, maybe one for a future video. Now this is not a bad view to sit back, relax and enjoy, is it? And now golf themed beach huts. And the ledge represents the environmental predicament we find ourselves in. Now another favourite of ours, the Jelly Mould Pavilion. Now you can see the pebbles on the beach. Out of Tune represents a reused church bell that was found to be, well, you guessed it, out of tune. And we're now heading towards the Harbour Arm, an area of Folkestone that has been completely regenerated. And here we find Gateways of the Sea by Atakwame. And now a confession, a couple of clips from another time. Our 2019 visit to Folkestone. Yep, that's Folkestone. Do you need reminding? And the final piece on the Harbour Arm, where there is a third to place and time. So true for those who travel the seas. And another piece highlighting the environmental situation we find ourselves in. Climate Emergency Services. And now perched on the edge of the harbour, Holiday Home. This one's in orange. And then the beautifully restored defunct Folkestone Harbour Station. And as you peer out over the harbour, you may notice in the centre of it Holiday Home Pink. And now, as promised, let's take a look up and down Folkestone's rather unique Old High Street. Well, that draws this video to a close. I really hope you like what you've seen, and hope one day you can get to visit Folkestone. It really is a fabulous place. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, stay safe.